Hello everyone, this is Michael Stephen Vargas from WeGoChess.com. So, if you have been wandering around my blog lately, then you might know that I actually have participated in a chess tournament before. And so, I am aware of the nature of participating in a chess tournament. And that has led me to this video, which is I just want to talk about why are chess tournaments so much stressful than what people ought it out to be, because I don't think there's a lot of justice to chess players who engage in this stressful environments, because people underestimate how difficult this competition is. And since I have an experience, I have participated in a tournament myself, I think I can add a good sort of an opinion about this topic. So that is the question for the day: why are chess tournaments so stressful? First reason why chess tournaments are stressful is because of money. So money is like one of the primary things that make everything stressful, right? If you're just doing something for fun, there's not gonna be a lot of stress about it. But when money comes along, when there is pressure to win, to actually acquire the prize money, then things become much more complicated. It becomes much more difficult. And not only that, if you actually read also my article about you can just go to my homepage, and it's the first banner at the top. You know, an article about how much chess players earn. There's not a lot of it. Like, chess players do not earn a lot of money, and so every tournament is super important because the prize fund is necessary for these professionals to continue pursuing the game that they love. So not only that there's an element of money, but there's an element of money and desperate people all together, which is a stressful combination if you are the desperate person. And a lot of players in tournaments, for specific, are one of these. I'm not just hating. It is really the financial reason is really one of the biggest factor to this. Second reason is there is a lot of physical and mental strength, mental factors that exhaust players who participate in tournaments. So if you have actually joined a chess tournament, you know that it is one of the most physically hard things that you can do, like, ever, because you're going to be sitting almost the whole day without actually trying to get up. And there's been research that says that sitting excessively is actually bad for the backbone, which is why some jobs out there some governments out there require those who work primarily through sitting to actually take breaks and stand up, right? But that's not even the worst part of it. The worst part is the mental. If you have played just one game of chess, of, let's say, 2-hour chess game, or just one game, then you know that it is damn stressful. And if in tournament, this is a common ground, which is playing longer hours consecutively. All of this will build up, and you have no choice but to actually still go on and play. And this is with the pressure of money on the line, so it's definitely stressful. Third reason why chess tournaments are much more stressful than you think is the possibility of strict losses. So losses are hard in a chess game, but what's harder than a loss? Consecutive losses in successions, and that is present in tournaments. So you have to plow through. Even though you lost one game, you have to continually play as the worst version of you potentially and make all these mistakes. So if you are already stressed out and tired, being forced to play when you are at your worst will going to add to this. So this is definitely a contributor to stress. Another reason is chess players are just competitive in general. So if you have met a chess player before, then they are likely going to be appearing like sore losers, right? And whenever they lose, they just can't accept it. The reason for that is because chess in general is so competitive. It runs on ideology that you should be the best, that you should be on your best form every time, or almost nobody respects you, right? Especially at elite levels. Yes, there's some sort of elitism out there, but I found that with, for example, when you lose a lot of games, it's depending on who you are playing. But if it's a higher level, then almost not a lot of other players will respect you. So this because those who participate in tournaments are proud of their abilities, and so, and if they cannot like prove that they are worthy of participating in the tournament in the first place, it will contribute to stress. Next reason why chess tournaments can be so stressful is the technicalities, right? The laws. Of course, rules, implementation of rules in an organized event is super important to make things fair. However, it doesn't take it away the fact that it adds more to the stress. Because for example, if you're just a beginning player, or maybe even if you're an advanced player, there are some rules that you haven't looked into and will make you lose by default just because you're not aware of them, and you could get punished for this. And so just imagine like you are preparing so much for so long and then you just lost by technicality. It's gonna be mind blowing, right? So this possibility of technical loss, even though it's kind of fair, will still contribute to the stressful nature of chess tournaments. Last reason I believe is just the existence of a clock. So in informal games you could play without a clock, or informal games you could play with a clock. But just that it's different in a formal competitive setting when you have a clock. It's much more, time troubles are much more stressful than you think, and you are likely going to experience time troubles multiple times in the same day. So you are going to have this like panic attack and anxiety rush coming all at once, and you have to handle it somehow along with your exhaustion and everything and expectation and pressure. So it just makes it harder because all of these accumulate and multiply. And just the existence of clocks, that in a super competitive setting, even though it's necessary, it just adds to the stressful experience. So that is all. If you have disagreed or maybe something you want to add on this video, you could feel free to comment below, and you could like this video to help it promote to more people. And that is just my whole shebang, let's say. Sleep well and play chess.